Yeah, this is literally the healthiest trend consumer. Bro looks like a living embodiment of chicken pox. All because he wants to get a little bit more size. How many of these motherfuckers are there, bro, taking steroids at a young age just to get a little bit more muscle? It's insane to me how this is still a thing. Alright everyone, welcome back. Today I found all the worst gym influencers of all time. I've made plenty of videos about the worst TikTok gym influencers on the entire planet, which you all seem to love. So today it's gonna be an absolute marathon. Every single fake natty, every single terrible steroids gym challenge, every terrible gym influencer, you will be seeing me react to in today's video. I found so many gym influencers today that are just as bad, if not worse, than the guy I just showed in the intro. So anyways, let's start with this guy, Cody Coper. What the fuck are you talking about 60 days on trend? You're 14 years old! You haven't been alive on this planet for 60 days yet. Alright, I'ma have a field day with this one. Apparently the secret to bulking isn't eating more food or working out harder. No guys, it's taking fucking trend. Holy shit, bro, I've made so many videos about kids apparently taking trend, but this one is unreal. Alright everyone, welcome back. Today I found the saddest gym influencer ever. This guy right here, I'm not even joking, you've actually read the title right, is apparently 14 years old and is straight up just blasting trend. And I want to state for the record right now my opinions on this. It should be obvious, but this is completely unacceptable. Even if this kid says he's joking, at 14 years old, look at this guy's physique, bro. I don't think he's natural anyway. Like, holy shit, Munk Army. I said this before, and I've made so many damn videos about people like this, but unfortunately, I don't see it ending anytime soon. So anyway, I've lined up the absolute craziest videos from this guy that I could possibly find, so let's see just how brain dead this is. Now, before we look at what the side effects of trend are from this guy's perspective, let's actually look up the side effects of trend, shall we? Acne, hair loss, cardiovascular disease, gyno, infertility, libido problems, aggression, mental disorders. I mean, bro, the list goes on, right? So let's see what this guy Cody thinks the side effects are. Mate, I see an active war zone happening in your back. What do you mean the only side effects of trend is getting jacked? I mean, bro, some of you could sit here and say that this is a joke, right? But I'll be honest with you, I'm fully convinced that this guy is being dead serious about all this. He has back acne worse than I've ever seen before. This guy is clearly not natural. So for those saying that this is satire, trust me, bro, it is just not. So this guy's sitting here probably genuinely actually 14 and sitting here genuinely taking trend and saying how great it is. I mean, bro, how is this guy's Instagram page, which nearly has 20,000 followers by the way, still available to the public? Surely this just isn't allowed, right? He's literally glorifying and showing him using fucking trend. I love irreversible damage to my endocrine system, and this comment thankfully got 700 likes, so at least the audience watching this have a brain. But the problem is, bro, some of these people watching this video might not actually have a brain. Some people might be watching this guy's account thinking, oh yeah, that's so cool, this guy's taking trend at 14 and he's massive. And I mean, he looks like he's doing fine, so I might as well take it as well. And if you think that I'm over exaggerating this shit doing that, I'm fucking not. The use of performance enhancing drugs has only increased with the rise of TikTok and TikTok gym influencers. Some of you that watch my channel sit in the comments wondering why I hamp on about this shit so much. Oh, Munk, why are you talking about gym influencers and steroids all the time? Well, it's that very statistic. Kids are taking steroids and it's ruining their fucking lives. This shit isn't a game no more, bro. This kid Cody shouldn't even know what trend is at his age. I mean, come on, bro. You can't tell me that this shit isn't problematic. Jesus Christ, social media murdered this kid. Absolutely correct. I can almost guarantee with 99% certainty that if this kid hadn't been exposed to social media at such a young age, which is honestly kind of the parents' fault, which I will get to in a second, then he wouldn't even know what trend is in the first place, let alone watch videos of people glorifying it and actually decide to start taking it. I mean, bro, I've seen so many bad gym influencers in the past. I've made so many videos about them, and I've seen people indirectly promote steroids all the time, but this shit is on a whole new level. Fitness people, wake the fuck up. What is this shit? Real side effects include acne, high cholesterol, high triglycerides, trend cough, no kids, sleep insomnia, and then he just goes on to list a whole lot more. And guess what? You might think that this kid isn't actually responding to any of these comments. He might just be sitting there, you know, farming views and whatever. But no, he's actually doubling down on all of this shit. Scared emoji. I mean, bro, really? That's your response? Stay safe, King. Do more research on the stuff you take and take healthy supplements that can counteract some of the stuff you take. Yeah, there might be supplements that can slightly mitigate what you're doing and make things like 2% better. But I mean, this kid's taking fucking Tren, bro. There's not a supplement in the world that this kid can take to reverse the damage that he's doing to his body. Thanks, bro. Heart emoji. Come on, bro. There is no defending what this kid is doing. Well, I mean, this kid's probably not gonna live past 30, so I don't want to bag him too hard here. But simply having the reason I want to get jacked as a 14-year-old to be the only reason you take Tren might just be the fucking worst life choice I've heard in a long time. I would go as far to say it's probably worse than being an OnlyFans model. I mean, at least OnlyFans models are gonna live a long and somewhat prosperous life. This motherfucker definitely isn't. I mean, at this point, just going on to why this kid's doing this, right? He's obviously doing it to build a ton of muscle and get stronger, obviously. But bro, this kid doesn't even look good. You're taking decades off your life and only to have a ton of back acne, which is just disgusting, and have a little bit more muscle. Now, this is probably the biggest concern of them all, right? Let's just say that this kid actually has parents, because for all we know, he probably just doesn't have any and they don't exist. But bro, where the fuck are this kid's parents? I mean, seriously, how the hell are you raising a kid, right? Everything's just completely fine. Then all of a sudden, 6 months later, he turns into this. Crazy back acne, looks like he's got the blood pressure rating of a 70-year-old, and that's just what we can see on the outside, bro. God only knows what's going on the inside. God only knows what this kid's blood work is gonna be like and what that would suggest of him. How as parents are you this ignorant to your children? If this kid has had active parents throughout his childhood, I can only imagine that they've paid zero attention to him, or just let him roam free on the internet and not monitored what he's looking at. Because again, bro, there's no way this kid would even know what steroids are if he wasn't on the internet. Now, you might think that this ends here, right? You might think that that's all this kid is doing. But no, bro, I just found out something absolutely outrageous. This motherfucker is sponsored. He's sponsored by Enhanced Labs. I mean, talk about the icing on the cake, bro. You're telling me there's a supplement company sponsoring this shit? And then in this kid's description, he goes, code COPA for a discount. I mean, look, bro, I know there's a lot of division on this channel. Some people think some of my videos are really bad, talking about certain people, that I'm bullying them too hard or whatever. But bro, I feel like everyone watching this, surely we can universally agree that this is just absolutely insane. The fact that a 14-year-old kid thinks he needs to take Tren to fit in and make content. Like, bro, you just don't need to be doing that. No one needs to do that. The fitness industry is honestly turning into something no one wants it to turn into. And for some reason, bro, it's only getting worse. This is not fitness. Fitness is supposed to be about health and strength. This is just complete stupidity, bro.
So proud. Baby, I'm so proud of you. I like the way you kiss me. I can tell you this.
You're signed to take the risk. Gear emoji. I wonder what this means, Munk Army. What do we think he means by gear emoji? Surely he's not talking about taking steroids, right? For God's sake, of course he is, bro. Now, surely we can all agree here, right? I've had people in my comments saying that the people I talk about promoting steroids aren't actually promoting them. Well, this right here, you just cannot argue against. You cannot sit here and tell me that this isn't a steroid promotion. You're signed to take the risk. I mean, he's literally saying in this video that this is your sign to take PEDs. I admire you so much, brother. Bro, what the hell are you talking about? You admire this type of content? Content which depicts minors taking goddamn Trenbolone? Like you saw at the start of that video, right? This was just a normal kid doing normal kid things. Then for some reason, I'm not sure what, he decided to start taking Tren. I'm actually sick and tired of people defending this, bro. This is a child. A child who's clearly been brainwashed by the wrong crowd on TikTok. And you've got people like this sitting here saying that they're admiring him? There's nothing to admire about content like this, bro. Got a question. Isn't Tren illegal? Yes, it is. Absolutely correct. I don't think that that's the main issue here, by the way. The main issue is clearly that this kid is taking decades off his life in exchange for a bit more muscle. But yes, that is correct. I'm pretty sure what this kid is doing is illegal. You are killing yourself. Look, at least I'm not the only one that sees the problems with this, right? I can at least see that some people in this world have a brain. But like I said before, there's a hell of a lot of people that don't. Anyways, now it's time to talk about this guy who completed the worst gym challenge I've ever seen in my life.
I completed the 30-day challenge, and the results might just shock you.
The fucking what? Bro, this shit can't be real. Is this really where we're at in 2024? Some random 60 kg dude is taking Tren for no reason?
If this video gets 1,000 likes, I'll keep taking Tren and make a part 2.
What the f? no! Don't do that shit. This guy's gonna fucking cark it if he does that.
30-day challenge part 2.
Ah, why? This might just be the most brain dead shit I've seen in a long time. Alright everyone, welcome back. Today I found the worst gym challenge on the entire planet. This guy right here is called Finn O'Chen. I know, very ironic name. Pretty much for some fucking reason, this guy decided in his first month ever of lifting that he would take Chen for 30 days. Now a lot of my audience are people that love the gym and love going to the gym, so I'd assume that you all know what Chen is. But for the few that don't, it's pretty much one of the most risky steroids in the world. It gets you absolutely jacked and builds a ton of muscle, but the side effects of it are absolutely wild. I mean, I just searched up the side effects of Tren, and you can read all this shit if you want, but to sum all of it up, don't fucking take Tren. I'm being serious. So anyway, let's see what happens when Finn O'Chen took Tren for 30 days.
I completed the 30-day trend challenge, and the results might just shock you. The challenge is simple. Take trend for 30 days and see how much progress you can actually make. Starting this challenge wasn't easy, as it was difficult to find a reliable source of trend.
Yeah, no shit, bro. It's fucking Tren. I'll tell you right now that you're not just gonna go onto Amazon and find that shit legally. I mean, anabolic steroids, unless they're prescribed by a doctor, are pretty much illegal, at least in Australia. But I mean, they tried to ban vaping under the guise of you have to have it prescribed by a doctor, and that did nothing, so I guess this also does nothing as well. But yeah, Finn, no shit you're not gonna find a reliable source.
But after a few days of searching, I finally found one, and I was ready to start the challenge. Here's me on day 1. For reference, I'm about 6'4", 160 pounds in these videos. I had no size at all and pretty much no definition.
No definition? Bro, you're fucking shredded. Sure, you don't have a lot of size. I mean, 160 pounds or 72 kilos at 6'4" is pretty skinny. But bro, you've literally got veins showing in your arms. To say you've got no definition looking like that is probably the most stupid shit I've heard all day.
This all changed around day 7 as I became really vascular. And I mean way more vascular than I was. While I was on Trent, I felt amazing as I could work out as much as I wanted and I would never feel tired at all.
There's no fucking way this guy actually did this. My philosophy with steroids is that if you're not competing, your testosterone levels are normal, and you're functioning normal, and you're not a bodybuilder, then there's no reason at all to take steroids. I'm like, genuinely, there's just no reason. The people that go to the gym regularly, right, they don't powerlift or do any kinds of sports, and they just go to the gym because they want to. I do not understand why any of them take steroids. Like, seriously, bro, you're gonna risk your body having all these side effects I just showed you. Once you take the steroids, bro, your natural testosterone production is never going to be normal again. And what's the point of it all, bro? To look a little bit bigger? To push a little bit more weight? Take it from me, bro. As a 6'1", 79 kilo, 19-year-old man who plays Australian rules football, don't fucking take steroids unless you're absolutely required to. It's just not worth it.
I also couldn't stop eating. Like, I was seriously eating all the time. My strength also shot up significantly as my bench press went from 135 to 190 pounds in just 3 weeks.
That form is fucking crazy, bro. But yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised that your bench went up that quickly. But to be honest with you, I'd rather have a 60 kilo bench instead of an 85 kilo bench if it means that I stay natural. Now, I guess it's not terrible if you're a fully grown man in your mid-20s and you want to compete and you're like, yeah, you know what, I'll take steroids because I need to compete and I need to make sure that I win. Fair enough, bro. You do you. I'm not gonna judge you very much. But the real problem in today's society comes from when literal kids are doing this shit. I'm talking people under the age of 18 are getting their hands on this stuff. I mean, the thing you gotta realize with taking steroids is that it's not just a short-term thing where you can take it for 30 days and just say, yeah, I'm done, I didn't really like it, whatever. This is probably gonna be a lifelong commitment that you're making. There have been so many cases where the side effects are so bad that people need to take medication to cope with what happened for the rest of their lives. Joe Fazer did a video where he interviewed one of these unlucky people. He pretty much took steroids for a similar amount of time as what this kid did right here, and look at what this guy has to deal with. I mean, bro, it's just genuinely not worth it.
I also want to say that just because I did this challenge doesn't mean that I think anyone else should. I don't recommend that anyone should do this. Now let's see the insane amount of muscle that I put on. I ended up gaining around 30 pounds. I have the most muscle that I've ever had while still looking really lean. I mean, it's just crazy how much progress you can make in just 30 days.
Alright, so you've called this a challenge, right? And you're telling people not to do the challenge. Motherfucker, you've called it a challenge. Of course people are gonna replicate it to see what results they can get as well. Like, bro, this is TikTok we're talking about. Whether you give people disclaimers and tell them what they should and shouldn't do or not, we know from past TikTok challenges that have occurred on the internet, people are gonna try this shit for themselves and document their experiences for views. Views and clout is the most addictive drug the internet has ever seen, and you really think people aren't gonna chase that? You're out of your fucking mind, mate.
If this video gets 1,000 likes, I'll keep taking trend and make a part 2.
Please fucking don't.
30-day trend challenge part 2.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I took trend for another 30 days and the results are shocking. This challenge had many ups and downs because trend isn't cheap and it's pretty hard to find. I also want to say that no one should attempt this challenge themselves because there are negative side effects.
Yeah, no shit, bro. If this guy doesn't have a doctor monitoring what he's doing, he's probably gonna fucking die, to be honest.
Now let's see how much progress I made. This is me on day 1. I'm 6'4", 160 pounds, and my physique was definitely below average. I had no size at all and almost no definition.
What the fuck are you doing, bro? At least before you take trend, can you fix whatever the fuck you're doing here? Surely if you're gonna make a long life, insane decision like taking trend, you'd at least make sure you know what you're doing in the gym. Like, bro, anyone lifting like this should not be even considering taking trend.
But this all changed when I started trend. I started to recover a lot quicker, which meant I could work out way more often. I also started eating around 2 to 3 times more food than I did because I was hungry all the time. I started out barely being able to bench 135 pounds, and at the end of my cycle I ended up benching 210 pounds.
Okay, that's fucking crazy. So in 2 months, this guy went from 60 kilo bench to a 95 kilo bench. I mean, look, that is pretty impressive, I will say, but your fucking blood work definitely isn't, buddy.
My bench wasn't the only thing that increased significantly, as I ended up weighing in around 200 pounds. My chest and shoulders grew significantly.
Okay, I don't want to go in on bro too hard, but you really took trend for 2 whole months and this is what you could come up with. If you literally waited 6 months, you could literally achieve that shit naturally without wrecking your body. Like, bro, what's the fucking point in this if you don't even get that big? Just take creatine for fuck's sake.
My abs and triceps became a lot more visible too, but my back probably had the biggest improvement, as my back had almost no definition at all and I didn't have a V-taper. I'm so glad I did this challenge and improved myself.
Yeah, guys, don't do this challenge, right? It's super bad for you. But fucking jolly-o, I'm so glad I did it. Like, Finn, you can't tell people not to do a challenge and then sit there saying, yeah, guys, it was great. I feel amazing. I wouldn't be surprised if this motherfucker was selling this shit himself. Okay, fucking relax. Quit doing your fucking back and legs like that, bro. You're gonna snap your spine in half. Whenever I see people benching like this, it actually makes my whole body shiver. Okay, look, I've said it once and I'll say it again. It is actually pretty crazy how this guy's bench did go from 60 kilos to whatever the fuck, like 225 or 100 kilo. Anyways, now it's time to talk about one of the worst gym influencers of all time, Togi.
And number 1, our favorite steroid of all time, Superdrol. Oh my god, Superdrol drives you the f out.
Okay, Togi, that's a weird start, buddy. Didn't know I was listening to a steroid promotion, but okay. Like, come on, bro, how fucking many of these influencers that blatantly promote steroids are we gonna have before it's too much? Alright, everyone, welcome back. Today, this gym TikToker seriously needs to stop. This right here, for those that don't know, is Togi, a YouTuber slash TikToker with hundreds of thousands of followers. Now, Togi recently made a video on his YouTube channel called Podcast with the Voices, and to be honest with you, a lot of this is pretty dangerous whether he likes it or not. The way this guy promotes himself on his Instagram is showing how good his physique is, and he claims that this YouTube video is a joke, but no matter how many disclaimers you put in the video, if you're sitting there flexing and posting all this stuff without showing any negative side effects of taking steroids, then you're indirectly promoting them. So anyway, I found the worst videos from Togi today, so let's see just how bad this gets.
When you're eating a meal, we're talking about total macros. 5 waffles, 2 grams of protein, 20 grams of fat, 60 grams of carbs. But then boom, you just slap a protein shake in there, 50 grams of protein, 10 grams of fat, 60 grams of carbs. And that's a pretty balanced, good meal to me. People also say your cholesterol is gonna be bad. Boom. fish oil. 30 of these bad boys a day.
And he's gonna fucking pass away. Already right off the bat, I mean, come on, bro. 30 fish oils a day? That can't be good, bro. Look, you science people can come at me in the comments saying that it's fine to take 30 fish oils a day and whatever, you know, that's fine. I might not know what I'm talking about. But when the daily recommended dose is 3 per day, 30 seems a little fucking crazy to me. Also, this video is gonna be important later because we're actually gonna go into a deep dive into this guy's blood work. So he's already pretty much promoting steroids, right? But we're gonna actually see what it's doing to his body as well.
Hey, this is what it is. Check it out.
What is that? What is that?
Okay, bro, this is really the problem with this guy and his influence. You cannot look at a video like that and you can rewind it if you want, watch it again if you just glanced over it, but that is glorifying steroids, hands down 100%. I mean, bro, when you do an edit where there's crazy music, flashing lights, and you're injecting shit into yourself and taking substances which are banned by WADA, meaning you would literally fail a drug test if you took one, then you sit there showing off your physique and everything like that, that is promoting and glorifying steroids. Now, this does get a whole lot worse, right? You might think that that's just a one-off occasion. Nah, bro, there's so much more to this rabbit hole. Okay, now this is an older video on this guy's TikTok account, which he doesn't post this sort of stuff anymore. But this shit is so bad, bro. And let's really think about this for a second. If you think that this isn't bad, or you think that this is just, you know, it's mild, it's not terrible, let's think about who's the target audience for this, right? 13 to 17-year-old teenagers that are in the gym trying to get bigger. When a 13 to 17-year-old sees something like this and sees Togi is using, you know, mixing him with injecting stuff and using droplets of certain things while sitting there flexing as well, the first thing he's gonna think of is, oh wow, I need to take this stuff so I can look like him. And not to mention that this guy's also setting such unrealistic expectations with this crazy lighting and whatnot. I mean, everyone is in this guy's comments right now saying like, oh yeah, bro, this guy's the realest gym YouTuber right now. Everyone loves this guy. His TikTok and Instagram edits are the most fake thing I've ever seen in my life. He's only showing him with a huge pump and crazy lighting. And again, I know that this was a few months ago, right? But the damage has already still been done. But you know what, bro? Even after saying all of that, right? Even after everything I've said so far, some of you are still probably going to sit here and think that it's not that bad. That this guy pretty much glorifying steroids isn't really that bad. Well, let's put the nail in the coffin right now. This right here is Togi on a podcast talking about these edits that he made.
Yeah, I stopped making those TikToks because it didn't feel quite right. That's not what I wanted to do. Like, I'm here to entertain, and now I get a lot, hundreds of DMs of people saying like, thank you so much for the content, this and that, I love you so much, whatever. When I was doing the gear edits, there was only DMs I would get are, where do I buy steroids? Where do I buy steroids? Where do I buy steroids? So that I can admit was just fully the glorification of steroids, because there was no like, also you got to take ezetimibe. I realized that it was really not me to be putting out that kind of content.
And there we go. He's admitted it himself. So for anyone trying to defend those TikTok edits, or any edits for that matter, that showed like people taking gear and then posing, Togi himself has said that it's fully glorifying steroids and that it's not a good thing. You're defending someone who doesn't want to be defended, bro. I mean, you heard him, right? Kids are literally DMing this guy saying, where do I buy steroids? Where can I buy gear? Where can I do this? And by kids, you can only assume he's talking about people under the age of 18. So again, for people saying that it's not that bad, just think about the people that are under 18 trying to buy steroids because of content like this. But now there's the argument that this content that was posted a few months ago, so you might be thinking, oh, surely Togi isn't that bad, right? Surely he's improved a little bit. Well, recently, Togi's been posting some content to his YouTube channel, and I mean, bro, these videos aren't so great either. Let's take a look at this.
And number one, our favorite steroid of all time, Superdrol. Oh my god, Superdrol drives you the fuck out. Amazing pre-workout. Superdrol gives you that freaking nature look. Very veiny, very dry, very strong in a short period of time. I'm talking 2 weeks off Superdrol. Bench, gonna double. Diced. It's like Tren, except for without the mental side effects where you want to fucking blow your brains out. And you know, it just takes it out on your liver. So that's why you don't run it for more than, you know, like 6 weeks or so. It's not too big of a deal.
Not too big of a deal. I mean, apart from the fact that it's literally a steroid, is banned by WADA, and has side effects relating to bad blood pressure and cholesterol, plus a whole ton of other shit, then sure, it's not too big of a deal, Togi. I mean, bro, if you're gonna talk about steroids and how they work, which they do, I'm not gonna sit there and ignore that. That doesn't mean you don't talk about how it literally has a paragraph worth of other side effects. So now that we've dealt with the steroids part of this guy, which is pretty much just him just glorifying them, let's talk about another topic, which is the gambling. We all know that gambling is bad, right? You don't need me to tell you that. But there's people that are addicted to gambling, right? There's people that have slight issues with gambling. Maybe they spend a little bit too much money than they should. And then there's Togi. Now, there are people in this guy's comments right now saying that they wish they had Togi as an older brother and that Togi's a great role model, blah, blah, blah. Now, before I show this clip here, this guy started with $15,000 before this clip started. And then this happened.
Yeah, this last spin is gonna be small. I'm not really trying to like rinse hard right now.
I mean, come on, bro, really? Now, I get it that people are gonna say, oh, but Munk, it's just a joke. He's not trying to promote gambling or anything. That's not the point here, bro. The point is that this guy clearly has mental problems, and he's clearly addicted to gambling. No one in their right mind just does this shit for content. He's lost $15,000 in the last 15 minutes. I don't think that this guy's making enough money to support something like that.
How is it that we're gonna make our brain work better? It's gonna be some nootropics. We're gonna schmack some modafinil. And it's kind of hard to tell which one of these needles are clean and which aren't. But either way, then we're gonna be schmacking Semax. This also a nootropic. Do I know exactly how either of these work? No.
Now, you can add this little disclaimer on the bottom saying this is a skit and, you know, all items are just props. But it's just a lie, bro. This is not a skit. This is this guy actually taking steroids on camera on YouTube. And the items obviously aren't props, bro. Let's get this straight. He's in his apartment room with needles all over the ground. He's taking this stuff on camera.
And, you know, I kind of just stopped using sterilizing wipes altogether because I didn't use it once. So I figured, fuck it, I'm just not going to use this anymore. And I've just not been using them for fucking ages now. Just take the needle, pop her in, quick stab and a poke, get out, you're done. It feels like you're more likely to injure yourself or get an infection if you're sterilizing it. It just seems like a whole thing. If you don't make it a whole thing and you just like, then you're good.
Yeah, nah, Togi. I don't know about that one, buddy. So apparently if you make it a whole thing and start using sterilizing wipes, then it's more likely to get infected than just taking it safely? Now, bro, I mean, you could pass something off like that as a joke, but I mean, he's just not joking. I get it that this is supposed to be entertainment, but people are gonna hear something like this and start not using sterilizing wipes because it's like, oh, well, if Togi's not using it, then I don't need to use it. But anyway, now we get onto Togi's blood work. So we've seen Togi make TikTok edits, gamble away his life savings, and now he's telling us to not use sterilizing wipes because it's apparently making it easy for you to get infected. Now let's see what's actually going on this guy's body from all the crap that he's doing.
First thing to note, RBC is amazing. I'm very excited that I managed to drop this down. My RBC last cycle, or last blood work panel, was 7.8. That means I was bursting at the seams with blood. I was borderline about to have a fucking heart attack.
Yeah, I don't know what this guy's celebrating. RBC stands for red blood cell count, and as you can see from this blood work, it's still high. This guy said he was at 7 point something or whatever, and now he said that he's at 6.12, so it's improved. Togi, that's still bad. 6.12, as you can see, is still high. I don't know why we're celebrating that. Also, I mean, we're just going through all of these things on screen right now. There's so much high, low, severe, everything in between. Like, there's everything on here. Now, you guys can pause this video right now and go into more detail if you want to have an actual look at this, but I just want you to know right now, this is seriously bad. This is the blood work of a 70-year-old cancer patient at stage 4. Okay, well, maybe not that bad, right? But you get the point. A guy in his early 20s should not be having blood work like this. So look, you can sit there and call everything I've just talked about today a joke, and he's just being authentic, guys. He's just making content for the people. But bro, this guy's gonna f***ing die. This is not good. His body health is terrible. It might be a joke for you guys watching the video, right? But this guy's health is in jeopardy. Anyways, now it's time to talk about this fake natty influencer who literally promotes steroids. Today, this TikTok fake natty is literally promoting steroids. So this guy's called Stanyo, and he claims to be a lifetime natural. I'll get into the reasons why this guy's a fake natural later on, but the point of today's video is that this guy's literally similarly to Adam Eats Trend, who I made a video on last week, is promoting the use of performance-enhancing drugs and substances that are banned by WADA, which makes them unnatural. So anyway, today I've gathered the worst of the worst videos from Stanyo that I could possibly find, so let's see just how bad these get. Is this actually a serious video? I actually don't get the appeal of this. I understand that this guy's jacked and he's super strong and he's got veins everywhere, blah blah blah, but he just looks unhealthy. He looks like someone that has the blood work of a 70-year-old man. And if you don't believe me, Greg Doucette made a video about this guy Stanyo about a year ago after he did a natural bodybuilding show apparently, and his testosterone was literally 91, which is insanely low for those that don't know what that means. And that's part of the reason why I think this guy's a fake natural, but more on that later on. But bro, back to the actual video. This guy's literally doing the same shit that the guy from my TikTokers are promoting steroids video are doing, and he's literally promoting the use of PEDs, not for human consumption, and then shows him using it and flexing and blah blah blah. Now you might be thinking, oh, but Munk, he's not actually promoting anything. He's just showing him using them, then posting. Firstly, watch till the end of this video. I swear to God, this guy genuinely does it. But secondly, the reason that this video specifically is him promoting the use of performance-enhancing drugs is because he's showing what he's using and then flexing there, being like, wow, look at me, I'm so jacked and huge. He's not being fair, bro. He's showing all the good things that happens when you take these steroids and take everything that he's taking, but none of the bad and what actually happens when you take them. He's showing all the benefits, but not the fact that he has a testosterone level of 91 and that his health is deteriorating at age 23.
I literally cannot be more excited for this. So, like, hypothetically, if you guys wanted to get, you know, MT2 melanotan.
Alright, so IGF-1, TB500, MT2, PPC, ACO, B12, blah 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 blah. Like bro, what the fuck are you selling us? This was posted to this guy's Instagram story and I seriously don't even know what he's selling us. Like bro, it literally just looks like some scientist went into a lab, went into the pantry and picked out the first 15 ingredients with the longest names possible and tried to invent a new potion. Now something that should be noted is that some of these ingredients here are actually banned by WADA. WADA is like the governing body, for those that don't know, for bodybuilding and, you know, powerlifting, and essentially puts rules in place to state what is natural and what isn't. So if you take whatever fucking potion he's trying to sell you here, you will in fact be deemed not natty and you will fail a drug test. And so he's sitting there marketing this as 50% natty as if that's actually a thing. Mate, there's no such thing as 50% natty. You're either natty or you're not. And clearly, you're not. And if you buy whatever the hell this guy's selling, you also won't be. And again, during this video, he doesn't actually go over any of the side effects taking this stuff happens, because why would he? Seriously bro, like in the fitness industry, I'm so sick of people just not being honest. Sell whatever the hell you want bro, as long as it's not hurting people, right? But be honest with people. Let people know what this stuff does.
You know, if you guys are afraid with needles, we got hella replacements with liquid drops for like Cialis, L-carnitine, all that good shit.
Yeah, Cialis. That's just great, isn't it, Stanyo? Again, this is so similar to my last video talking about this guy Adam Eats Trend, who was pretty much promoting Cialis, which is tadalafil. Essentially, it's supposed to give you better pumps in the gym. Everyone talks about how cool it is, right? Because, you know, it gives you pumps, but no one talks about how it can literally make you go blind if you use it too much. No one talks about the headaches, the heartburn, the dizziness, hearing loss. I mean, bro, the list goes on.
Get tan and shredded for the summer, right? But did not want to be poking your little, you know, booty or get a little sub-Q needle in ya. You know, we got this spray for you, so.
I mean, come on, bro, really? You might think, oh, Munk, he's just trying to make it more accessible for people. What's the problem with selling sprays? Bro, it's so clear that this guy's trying to make it more accessible for teenagers. Because what's the most common reason that teenagers and kids won't want to buy this stuff? Because it's injected into you. People feel probably a little bit yuck when something is injected into them. But if you sell it in pill form or spray form, it's much more accessible for a younger audience. Now, I'm not saying that he's directly trying to market this stuff to kids, but who does selling this stuff in pill or spray form benefit? Kids. And also, I mean, Stanyo, your entire audience are literally kids anyway. I would guess that the average age of your audience would probably be about 14 to 17-year-old gym goers. This screenshot right now, Munk Army. Does this motherfucker look healthy to you? I'll tell you right now, he doesn't look very fucking healthy to me. And like I said, his blood work sure as hell doesn't say that either. Alkaline phosphatase, high. AST, high. ALT, high. Total cholesterol, high. LDL, which is the bad cholesterol, high. Total testosterone, low. Now, if you don't know what all that means, it pretty much means that this guy's That's not something a normal 23-year-old male should be having. This is the blood work of a 75-year-old male with a crippling disease. Now, some people think that because this guy had a bodybuilding show and that he went down to 7% body fat for 6 months, that this is the reason that his blood work is actually this bad. But the thing you gotta realize is that before this blood work happened, he was at over 600 testosterone and was in the normal range, meaning that apparently he dropped 500 testosterone. Now, the only way for something like that to actually happen is if there's an external factor unrelated to diet and exercise. So read between the lines, Munk Army. What external factor do we think led to this motherfucker losing 500 of his testosterone? Again, if you're a kid watching this, you're probably sitting there thinking, oh wow, this guy's great, he's taking some shit that isn't for human consumption, but he's jacked, so who cares? Now, I know after everything I've said, there's still gonna be that one motherfucker in the comments going, oh bro, you don't even show your face, you're probably victim weight and under 200 pounds, Stanyo is so much bigger than you. Firstly, right, you sound fucking retarded. Secondly, I'd much rather be what I am now, which is 180 pounds or 80 kg, and 6'1" than fucking balloon myself an extra 40 pounds and be unable to move and have shitty blood work. Right now, I'm extremely healthy, right? I'm decently agile and can move very well at age 19. My blood work markers are all in a healthy range and I'm feeling very good. Sure, I don't look as aesthetic as someone like Stanyo, but that's fine. He can take all the supplements that are banned by WADA that he wants. You know, it really is his body, his choice, and I'm not telling this guy what he can and can't do, but that's just not for me. And also, the problem with this isn't that Stanyo is taking this stuff. He's a fully grown man, bro. Again, he can do whatever the hell he wants. But it's the fact that he's selling this stuff on his Instagram and acting like it doesn't make you unnatural and that it's completely fine. I mean, seriously, when are social media platforms gonna step up and actually take action on things like this? I'm not saying this guy should lose his platform or go broke or whatever, but what I am saying is that something needs to be done about this. Give this guy a warning or something, bro, because with the platform this dude has, you can't just be going around selling this shit online. Anyways, now it's time to talk about another gym influencer who for some reason decided to do the 30-day steroids challenge as well.
I completed the 30-day steroids challenge at 13 years old, and these are the results.
Are you fucking serious? What happened to the gym community, bro? We've already had one motherfucker do this that I had to make a video on, and now we've got some 13-year-old doing it? Come on, bro, I thought people still had brains. I guess not. Yeah, I think you might be trying to lift a little too much there, pal. For the record, YouTube, before you strike me for bullying kids, I'm 99% sure this guy isn't actually 13. Just had to make that bullshit clear. Alright everyone, welcome back. Today, TikTok's worst gym challenge ever somehow got even worse. Over a month ago, I made a video on this TikTok gym challenge called the 30-day trend challenge. Pretty much the challenge is self-explanatory. Some idiot who's never been to the gym before would try to take steroids and specifically tren, which by the way is the most notorious steroid out there for its insane effects, and people would try take this for 30 days and would see what would happen. Newsflash, they would nearly fucking die. In that video I made, I only took a look at one example of this, as that is pretty much all I could find on TikTok. However, today, Munk Army, I found another one of these fuckers. This guy is called Muruzan Mahai. I can't really pronounce that, so I'm sorry if I butchered the name. But he for some reason decided to also do the 30-day steroid challenge. However, apparently this time it wasn't actually tren, it was something else. So without wasting any more time, let's see how this challenge went for this dumbass.
I completed the 30-day steroids challenge at 13 years old, and these are the results. At the beginning of the challenge, I was 50 kilograms.
Alright, mate, what the f are we doing here? Look, I'm not normally one to go after someone for how they're posing because I don't really give much of a shit. But what the f do we have here? First of all, mate, you're actually allowed to push your chest back just a little bit. You don't have to push it out that far. And secondly, bro, can we please sort out that haircut? Like, what the f have we got going on here? I mean, look, I'll be completely honest with you. At this point, I'm pretty sure you're trying to get bullied.
And I had pretty much zero muscle definition on my arms and even back. The first changes that I noticed were that I was permanently hungry and that I could train for hours with my muscles not getting sore.
Okay, this is so clearly a blatant ripoff of the last trend challenge video that I did. It's not even funny. I'm gonna play a clip from the last guy that I looked at from this video right here and compare it to this guy right here in this video. And I want you guys to spot any differences whatsoever. Challenge impossible.
While I was on trend, I felt amazing, as I could work out as much as I wanted and I would never feel tired at all. I also couldn't stop eating. Like, I was seriously eating all the time.
The first changes that I noticed were that I was permanently hungry and that I could train for hours with my muscles not getting sore.
Like, bro, I get it that you're doing the same challenge, but you don't have to be the same fucking person. God damn. Like, bro, at least have your own personality about yourself. You don't have to completely copy the first guy.
The results became pretty noticeable at around day 14, when I had noticed that I gained some muscle but some fat as well.
Bro really took all of these steroids just to look like this. Wouldn't this just be the most embarrassing thing of all time? You've decided you don't look good enough and you've been contemplating it for years, right? Should I go on steroids? Should I do it? And you decide in the end to actually go to the dark side and literally start injecting testosterone into yourself to make yourself look better. And you still look mid as f. Like, bro, at that point, what do you even do? You've just ruined your life with a long life commitment and it doesn't even work that well. At that point, bro, I'd just put myself in a coffin. Like, that'd be terrible.
Another thing that had changed was my strength, as now I was repping 100 kilograms or 220 pounds on deadlift easily, whereas at the beginning of the challenge, I barely could deadlift 60 kilograms or 132 pounds.
Okay, as much as I seriously don't believe that this guy is first of all 13, he doesn't look 13 in the slightest, and secondly, that these results were actually in 4 weeks. Like, bro, he literally just aged 5 years in the span of 4 weeks. Like, bro, you really went from a 60 kg deadlift for one to now repping 100 kg like it's nothing. I get it that steroids have crazy effects, but that has to be a lie, bro.
And here's me at day 30 of the challenge. My muscle definition and size had increased by a lot, and I gained a whopping 40 pounds in just under 4 weeks.
Ain't no fucking way, bro. 40 fucking pounds in 4 weeks? Now, for my Australian brain to comprehend that, I actually need to convert that to kilograms because I'm a normal person. 18 fucking kilograms? God fucking damn, bro. What were you eating? I'll tell you what, right? Steroids obviously have crazy effects when it comes to your aesthetics and, you know, how strong you are, how much you can lift. But what they don't do is immediately put on a ton of size. You actually have to eat to put on that size. Now, one effect of steroids that I'm pretty sure is a thing is that the person taking it can experience a ton of hunger, meaning that they can obviously eat a lot more food and they have a huge appetite. So maybe that could be one reason that someone hopping on can gain a ton of size extremely quickly. But fucking hell, I wouldn't think that it would be an 18 kilo difference. Like, bro, that's unbelievable to gain 18 kilograms of size in literally 4 weeks. Now, all of this seems fine and dandy, right? And to a lot of you, you might be thinking, oh wow, this is just great. Why don't I just hop on steroids? You know, you gain a ton of size really quickly and you gain a ton of strength. Now look, I know a lot of you in the Monk army actually have a brain, so this really should be going without saying, and I shouldn't even have to say this. But since my audience is growing at such a rapid rate and so many of you have recently joined the Monk army, which is incredible, a small minority of you might actually need to hear this. Do not, and I mean this, do not ever take steroids. It's fucking terrible for you. You know, it seems all nice, right? Oh, you gain a ton of muscle and you get really strong, but your health becomes an absolute mess as a result of this. The only time I would ever recommend someone ever to take steroids is if you're competing in a not natural bodybuilding show or a not natural powerlifting meet, whatever it is, like you're actually competing. If you're in the Mr. Olympia, fine, do whatever. Like if you're competing for a cash prize and you actually want to take this to a whole new level, you want this to be a career choice for you, then fine, whatever. I'm not your dad, you can do what you want. But the only time other than that is if it's actually prescribed by a doctor and if you actually need to take it and it's not against the law. Other than that, if you take it, you're a fucking idiot.
And in my opinion, it was totally worth it. Follow if you think that I should try steroids for another month.
Jesus fucking Christ, absolutely not. What the hell do you mean it was absolutely worth it? Bro, you've just made a long life commitment for a TikTok video. Like, are you that brain dead that you think this shit is just gonna end after the 30 days? Do you really think you can make a decision like this, literally injecting shit into yourself, and you think nothing bad would last from that? When you inject steroids into yourself, which pretty much means you give extra testosterone to yourself to increase muscle mass and size, as a man, right, your body thinks, oh yeah, we don't need to naturally produce testosterone anymore. We've got loads of that. We don't need to do that anymore. And at that point, you're quite literally frying your body and stopping your natural production of testosterone for the rest of your life. So if this guy right here were to stop taking steroids at any point, his life would turn to complete shit and his testosterone would be fried. So that's why I keep saying, bro, if you actually want to do this and take steroids, just know that it is a lifelong commitment. You can't just randomly stop if you want to.
Tonight, Gotham's relying on one man to save us all.
I honestly don't think I've seen better form in my entire life. This guy could honestly be on a science-based lifter program. Get this guy on Jeff Nippard's YouTube channel to model how you should perform exercises. Okay, look, on a real though, I get it that for bicep curls you need a little bit of momentum, right? I've got no problem with people lifting heavy on curls because it's really easy to get bicep tension because all you're doing is literally bending your elbow. Like, it really isn't that hard. You don't need to be so strict on bicep curls. However, I think this right here may be taking things a little too far. Look, I don't normally say this about people because it doesn't really affect me, but I think you may be lifting a little heavy. Anyways, now it's time to talk about this literal kid who is glorifying steroids. Okay, buddy, what the fuck is going on? You're 13 years old on trend? Munk Army, please tell me this shit is a joke. Mate, you can't even recite the fucking alphabet yet and you're already injecting foreign substances into your ass? What the hell is wrong with society to where this is actually normal? Alright everyone, welcome back. Today, TikTokers are actually glorifying steroids. I'm not actually sure where to even start with this shit. I don't think I've ever had to make a video on something as crazy as this, but this guy who we're looking at today is literally directly and indirectly promoting the use of performance-enhancing drugs on Instagram. So this guy's name is Adam Eats Tren. I mean, do I really need to say anything more about that? He's pretty much this kid who in his bio has 06, meaning he's about 17 years old. But then in his videos on Instagram, he's saying he's 12, he's saying he's 13, 14, 15. Who fucking knows at this point? No one knows how old this kid actually is. But he has around 20,000 followers on Instagram, most of which I'd assume are literal children, and really don't know any better and are extremely impressionable. These are the type of people that would fall for any stupid video promoting steroids. These are people that are probably born after 2010, which is kind of crazy to think about in my opinion. So anyway, I found the absolute craziest videos from Adam Eats Tren today that glorify steroids literally. So let's see just how fucking bad these get. Alright, already I gotta pause this shit. Let's take this guy's word for it that from the last clip that he's actually fucking 13 years old. What on earth is this goofy ass shit? If your ass ain't wet, you've got another set. Tell me, Adam, what influencer taught you to say that shit? Where did you learn that sentence? Look, I know when influencers say bad things, they sit there and say, oh, well, I'm not the parent of the audience. I shouldn't be given the burden of kids' development and, you know, I shouldn't have to watch what I say. Unfortunately, bro, this is the result of ignoring that responsibility. As an influencer, you have so many younger impressionable fans that copy your every move. And this is the shit that comes from it. I mean, bro, this kid is apparently 13, right? I don't care who you are. That's some weird shit to say with your shirt off on an Instagram reel. A lil sus, my man. A wise man once said, keep your top on because it gets chilly. As someone in Australia right now in the middle of fucking winter, I have to heavily agree with that. It gets way too damn cold during Australian winter. Ain't no damn way I'd be taking my shirt off. Hey, yo, what the f***? 13, bro. Remember that. Your ass is 13 years old. Look, I know it's not the same thing in the slightest, but imagine if a 13-year-old girl was doing this shit. We'd be fucking up in arms about it, calling for Instagram to take it down. I'll tell you right now, if my 13-year-old daughter was doing some shit like this, I'd be throwing her phone into the garbage disposal immediately. I couldn't imagine something like that happening. I'd call my parenting journey off immediately and just accept that I'm a failure of a man and as a parent. Now, one thing I gotta ask right here about this guy is, why the hell is he lying about his age? A lot of you in the Munk army are watching this and probably thinking, oh well, Munk, it's clearly a joke. He's got 06 in his bio, meaning he's 17, so what's the problem? The problem here is that it's just not a joke. This guy's saying he's 13 in one video, saying he's 12 in another video, 14 in another, you know, 15, whatever. But the thing with Instagram Reels, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Snapchat Spotlight, if you're psycho enough to use that, is that every video pretty much has a different audience each time. Every video gets shown to new people. Rarely, unless you're already famous, will your YouTube Shorts or just short form content get shown to the same person multiple times. What this means is that some random 12-year-olds are only being shown one of this guy's videos where he's sitting there saying he's 13 and on trend, so people are gonna believe it. And this guy doesn't look old by any means. He looks young as shit, so people are gonna believe that. It's different on YouTube because for the most part, and I'll use the Munk channel as an example, the same people come back to watch every single video. I have a consistent audience that know my jokes and understand what I'm saying. When I call you guys the Munk army, you know what I'm talking about, and I hope you comment that right now because I'll give you a heart if you do. No one, when they randomly scroll past this guy in their feed, is gonna know this guy's jokes and check his profile to see if he's actually 13. They're just gonna take it at face value and see, oh wow, this guy's 13 taking trend. So that's why it's not a joke. People actually believe you, Adam. No. Okay, this kind of started off as a joke, but this oil up trend is fucking wild. Even if this guy isn't 13, which if he actually is would be unreal by the way, and Instagram would have no choice but to take your ass down. But if he's 17, this is also weird as fuck. Like bro, I get it if you're 18 this year, but you're not 18 yet. You're still a minor. Doing this shit at any teenage year is fucking weird to me. And bro, what the hell are these comments? Oil up for me, big bro. Oil up at 20k. Bro, how down bad do you have to be to oil up at 20k? Maybe 100k or 1 million I could maybe understand, but 20k, you're kind of selling yourself short there, buddy. If it was me, I'd wait to at least 1 million before I oil up. Don't take that as a challenge, by the way, Munk Army.
What's that? Brother,
Ooh, baby, do you know what that's worth?
brother,
Ooh, heaven.
Alright, no, ain't no fucking way. Let's break this shit down here for a second. Not for human consumption, I mean, come on. You're what, 13, 14, 17, whatever the fuck you are, under 18. And you're promoting some shit that quite literally says not for human consumption. I mean, need I say more, bro? Got two different types of pumps. Adam eats tadalafil. Now, tadalafil, which is the substance he's taking here, which is not for human consumption, is Cialis, which is pretty much used for people with EDs. Now, I'm not sure if that's something a 13 to 17-year-old should be using, let alone promoting, but each to their own, I guess. And to those saying, oh well, Munk, he's not promoting it, he's just making a video saying that he takes it. It really doesn't matter, bro. On the internet, sitting there making a video with you taking something, and then posing, acting like it's really good, and oh, look guys, it works. That's promoting it whether you like it or not. Sure, you're not trying to promote it, but that's exactly what you're indirectly doing. Lil bro needs to stop watching Togi content. Now, Togi is actually an adult, and he's pretty much another content creator that also indirectly promotes steroids. He's making videos with his mate David Rao, who I also made a video on, and it really does look like Adam over here, who is younger, impressionable audience member of Togi and David Rao, has followed down the exact pipeline. This is exactly what I said in my TikTok gym influencers are going dark video. These guys have a young audience, and whether they like it or not, what they're doing in these videos, their audience will also do. So you need to be careful what you post, bro. Seriously, like bro, that's just kinda disgusting if you ask me. At least this content doesn't promote steroids or Cialis or whatever the fuck this guy's got going on. But I mean, this entire account still just kinda shows how detrimental spending all your time on fucking Instagram and short form content can be. Bro made me lose my nofap streak? Yeah buddy, the police are on their way. I don't know what the hell you think you're doing. Seriously, there's no fucking way you just commented that shit publicly.
That's why we broke up in the first place. Cause I want you to know that I'm ready.
Yeah, man, I don't even give a shit, bro. I just do it anyway.
Like, bro, how can anyone look at a video like this and say, yeah, that's fine, no problem with that? Because I sure can't. What is it with people that go to the gym randomly just ending up on a villain arc? Like, bro, I get it. She broke up with you. That sucks. But that's no reason to half your life expectancy in return for some muscle and strength. Anyways, now it's time to talk about another 16-year-old kid who is apparently taking gear. Oh boy, here we fucking go again. Another literal kid who is supposedly taking steroids. Again, bro, I say this in every video. How many goddamn videos do I need to make before this shit stops? Alright everyone, welcome back. Today I found the most disturbing gym influencer ever. This guy right here is called Jeremy Drew Lifts and somehow has 22,000 followers. All this guy does, and I'm not joking about this, is brag about how he's on gear and he hasn't even hit the legal age to go to the fucking pokies yet. I mean, seriously, what is this shit? Also, let me just point this out as well. This guy has God first in his bio. What kind of mental gymnastics do you have to do to have the nerve to put this shit up in your bio while sticking dirty ass needles into your juiced up shoulders? How many Greg Doucette videos and how many videos do I need to make about literal children hopping on gear before it's too much, bro? Where is the straw that breaks the camel's back? Do these motherfuckers have to start dropping like flies before this is an issue? Anyways, bro, I found the craziest videos from Jeremy that I could possibly find today. Let's see how bad this shit gets. I'm sorry, but all that steroid use and this is the best you could come up with? Look, bro, I'm not body shaming this guy or anything. Well, I mean, I kind of am, but f you, I do what I want. But bro, if you're gonna risk your health and ruin your entire life, at least make it a little bit worth it. And I know there's every chance this kid could just be lying at his ass about his steroid use for clickbait and views or whatever. But even then, you're still indirectly promoting them, bro. If you show some crazy transformation like this guy has done here, whether or not you actually take steroids, you're sitting here in videos saying that you're taking them, which is absolutely outrageous, and something that Instagram and TikTok should absolutely not tolerate. These big-ass social media companies clearly don't give a shit about the health and well-being of the people that use them, because if they did, then shit like this just wouldn't exist. Dude, you're on gear and you're that small, you could easily get there without it. Now look, again, I'm not here to body shame, you know, mostly because YouTube are fucking pussies with that, and for some reason don't really like it when I specifically tell large-bodied TikTokers that they are large-bodied TikTokers. However, in this case, this guy does actually make a good point. This guy, especially at his age, has no reason or right to be hopping on gear. I really hope to God this kid is in a situation where he doesn't have parents and that's why he's doing this shit. Otherwise, I'd be extremely pissed at this guy's parents. How the fuck are you gonna let your probably 16 or 17-year-old take shit like this? How are you not monitoring this and actually taking care of it? Yeah, we'll see you at your funeral in 10 years, buddy. Ain't no fucking way people watch Sam Sulek and whoever else and actually get the idea to start doing this shit. Bro, you're a literal kid. What the fuck are you doing? I mean, obviously this kid isn't 12 and there's every possibility that he's just squeezing water into his mouth here. But still, like I mentioned before, even if this shit is fake, which I mean, I'm definitely not convinced it's fake, the rate of steroid use among young people is only growing and it won't slow the fuck down for some reason. So there's a good chance that this is all real. But even if it isn't right, making skits like this where you're taking showing everyone what you're taking and, you know, never talking about how it can literally kill you is nothing but irresponsible, even if it's fake. Promoting the use of PEDs, even if it's intended to be a joke, should never be allowed on social media, because it's been shown that even when you're joking, people tend to take it extremely seriously, and it can have such bad effects on younger people. The caption for this video was step-by-step tutorial how to get big muscles. I mean, come on, bro, how can you defend some shit like this? God first. That's exactly what I'm saying, bro. How the f can you have God first in your bio and the description of every single video while being a complete degen? So all this just bullshit steroid use at a young age so you can make sure Nikocado Avocado doesn't have a better glow up than you. Mate, the first thing your ass needs to do to get a glow up is fix whatever the fuck is going on at the top of your head. Look, again, I'm not here to body shame, you know, we're nice people over here at the Munk channel. We're extremely nice to everyone here in the Munk army. We're never mean to anybody. But in saying that, right, you motherfucker need a haircut. Please and thank me later. Okay, but on a serious note, I just cannot get over the fact that this guy's holding up a cross and has God first in his bio. Doing this shit before age 18. I mean, make it make sense, bro. Imagine being the friend that promotes gear on the timeline like it's a healthy snack. Like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about here? If anything, I'd like you to skip the gym for the rest of your life, please. It's clearly not a healthy habit anymore. Posting this shit where you're making gear edits is just insane, bro. No one should be doing that shit.
That, I couldn't imagine being that friend. Like, if it's legs, skipping legs, reasonable. We've all done it. We've all been there. I'm doing it today. But chest? You kidding me? Are you feminine? Like,
I've never experienced so much cringe radiating through my monitor screen in my entire life. And also, if you're on gear, you probably don't even need to be working out at this point. You could probably just sit on the couch and eat bullshit for the rest of your life and still get gains. But really, it doesn't even matter, bro, because in 15 years when you've passed out from a heart attack, you won't be able to hit chest ever again. So look, if you're a literal child watching this video right now, let me spit something to you right now. If you're for some reason on the verge of doing steroids like an absolute dumbass, please just hear me out right now. Do not do that shit, bro. There is no valid reason to do it. Of course, there's exceptions, like I've always said, you know, if it's prescribed by a doctor, then obviously you need it, fine. But if not, just don't even risk it, bro. Your health and wellness is not worth an extra few kilos of muscle.
You like me, but you won't have me. You tell me I'm pretty, but do you mean it really?
Lock in. Really ironic coming from someone that needs to lock the fuck back into reality and realize that what you're doing is completely retarded. I'm 12 and bigger than you. Chase women, not gains. You're bigger than whoever's watching the video because you're enhanced, dumbass. That's not something to flex about. I'd rather be small and petite than some roided up fuck knuckle that will have to breathe through a tube at age 25. Up the dose, lil bro. Okay, funny comment, but let's not fucking do that, please. The real question is, can you fight though? Let me answer that shit for you right now. No. Look, this is a pretty decent argument for people that literally only go to the gym. Like, bro, what is the point of having all that muscle if you're less able than you were before starting lifting? Look, sure, you might be stronger at, you know, bench press, deadlift, squat, or whatever, but you've literally turned yourself into a balloon. Let's look at the facts here, bro. You're now slower, you can't jump as high, you can't do exercise for very long at all without wanting to die. Building muscle is great and all, don't get me wrong here, but having that be the only thing that you do is pretty useless in my opinion, if it makes every other physical attribute worse. I mean, if you're becoming a bodybuilder or something of that nature, then it's fine, right? You know, that's your chosen sport. But getting excessively big for no reason, I've just never understood. Anyways, now it's time to talk about this 17-year-old who claims that he's natty, but clearly isn't. 17-year-old and natty. Yeah, get the fuck out of here, buddy. If your ass is natty, then the sky is fucking green. Tiny vegan as well. Like, bro, what is this guy's page? If you think this is a joke, bro, it's literally not. In his Instagram bio and throughout his entire page, he's still claiming that he's natural at 17. Alright, everyone, welcome back. Today I found the most fake gym influencer on the whole planet. This guy right here is called Gentile Lifts. And let me start off by saying that there is nothing gentle about this guy. He looks like that if you looked at him funny, that he'd literally fucking Hulk smash your ass through the floor. This guy's pretty similar to some other apparent literal children that are sitting here saying that they're literally on steroids. But this guy, Gentle Lifts, is one of those guys that really does just take this to the extreme. As you can see, he's clearly insanely big and is abusing a ton of gear. Like, yes, he's got a ton of muscle and probably lifts a lot of weight in the gym, but like, at what cost, bro? I mean, bro, who knows when this guy would have actually started taking steroids? I swear, bro, each time I talk about one of these guys that's clearly on steroids, I swear the epidemic of this just keeps getting worse and worse. It's not getting any better at all, and it doesn't seem like it will get any better. Anyways, bro, I found the absolute craziest videos from Gentle Lifts today, so let's see just how bad these get.
900-pound shoulder press at 17 years old.
Okay, already before we get to the 900-pound shoulder press, don't get me wrong, right? It's impressive what this guy's doing, but I mean, I don't get why he's doing it on a fucking squat machine, but I guess each to their own. Maybe this guy's so full of gear that his brain probably didn't realize that he was using a leg machine to do a shoulder press. But bro, pressing on that machine makes the weight so much less. I don't know if this guy realizes that or not, but like when he's saying that he's doing 500 pounds here, it's more like fucking 200. I really can't tell if this guy passed physics or not.
Y'all see that? That's nothing.
Yeah, you're right. It's literally nothing. Okay, this motherfucker is gonna hurt himself. Like, well done, buddy. You shoulder press 900 pounds while using a fucking squat machine, meaning the weight is easier to lift. But bro, seriously, what is this dude doing here? What's the chances that he's done this in some random commercial gym? Like, how would you react as a gym owner if you walked in and looked at the security footage and saw this goofy motherfucker with a cat mask on, ripping out 900 pounds of shoulder press on a leg machine and missing the fucking re-rack, almost breaking the machine? To be fair though, I feel like the roid rage on this guy would make anyone so hesitant to kick him out. If you tried to kick this guy out, he'd probably try and eat you alive.
This back exercise is gonna make you squeal like a pig.
What the fuck is wrong with this guy? Like, bro, do you have special needs? Who is the target audience for this content? Like, I really want to know that. Squeal like a pig. Like, bro, are you a fucking serial killer? I'm getting really concerned for this guy's mental health if this is actually the shit he's putting onto the timeline. I hope you do realize that the internet is forever, buddy. Underhand lat pull down 4 times fail whole stack. Alright buddy, let's fucking relax here for a second. This might have to be the most fruity content I've ever looked at on this whole channel. You're telling me doing 4 sets to failure of lat pull downs is gonna make you fucking oink like a pig? Jesus bro, for someone with gentle in the name, you sure as hell aren't acting like it.
Are the noises you need to make to start seeing results in the gym.
Alright, yeah, you need to be placed in an insane asylum. Does this guy actually have a cameraman filming this shit? How on earth do you get born into this world, right, and have your life path lead you down the road to becoming a fucking cameraman of gentle lifts, filming this weird-ass shit for a living? Gentle, if you're watching this video right now, please tell me that this guy is getting paid good money to film you crawling around on all fours with a fucking cat mask on. If I were your cameraman and I was getting paid anything less than minimum wage, I'd be seeing your ass in court. Ah, fucking relax. I'm right fucking here, bro. God damn.
She's gonna try it!
Please don't eat that shit, bro. I couldn't think of anything less healthy to be eating at her age than that. Now look, I won't be commenting or criticizing this poor girl on screen for obvious reasons. I mean, YouTube aren't gonna like that, and that's not really fair. But bro, please don't drag this poor innocent girl into your fake natty world. Now look, bro, this is the real problem I have with this guy here. Let me explain. You can see that he's just done this recipe video here, right? Where he's doing this, like, whatever, cookie dough balls. Well, before making this video, I actually did a little research on this guy. And in this guy's bio, he literally sells diet and training plans. Which, I mean, look, I'm not gonna tell you what you can and can't sell. I think it's completely fine to sell stuff as a fitness influencer. But bro, you're literally a fake natty selling the idea that your customers can look like you and be as strong as you if they buy your plans, which obviously they aren't because you're on gear. That is selling false hope, bro. That is so messed up in so many ways. It's the same stuff that Chris Hemsworth does. It's the same stuff that Mike O'Hearn does. Like, bro, fake natties selling courses is ridiculous. Like, bro, I want to give this guy the benefit of the doubt so bad here, but bro, look at this guy. Look how big and strong he is. I'm sorry, but there is no amount of genetics and hard work that can get you to this size naturally. And the fact that he's selling stuff off the back of it makes it just so wrong.
Shoulder exercise that will fill your delts with potassium.
I think think this guy might be restarted. Bro, look, at this point, it's literally just becoming cringe. This is seriously where gym culture is headed, and let me tell you right now, you guys can continue down that path without me. I'm hitting the buzzer, bro. I'm out. About a year ago, I was really heavy into gym culture and really only cared about getting big and lifting heavy weights and whatever else. I now look back at that and kind of realize just how cringe that was. Like, bro, you've got a fucking Curious George mask on, acting like a fucking ape, smashing bananas on your juiced up chest in the locker room of your gym. Like, bro, how are we gonna sit here and act like this shit is not cringe at all?
Coke decreases test. Chicken increases test.
You know what else increases test? Taking test, which is exactly what this motherfucker is doing. Okay, now look, obviously I don't know exactly what this guy would be taking, but he's sitting here claiming that it's just creatine, right? That's an absolute fucking lie. Ain't no one falling for that shit. I don't think I've ever seen someone as zesty as this in my entire life. Please, if you're considering starting a gym, Instagram, or TikTok page, just don't do shit like this. For your own sanity and the sanity of your viewers, just don't do it, bro. Anyways, I'm done. Thank you to my channel members. Click the video on screen right now because YouTube thinks you'll enjoy it, and I'll see you all over there. Subscribe.